right, and welcome everybody to the Kaos podcast. I'm not here with Jezebel today. I brought in the big guns, so that way hopefully we can talk about something interesting. We got Mongo Santino with us.
What's up, people?
And Famous B.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy. This is Famous B, Chaos Podcast. Let's do it. What's on your mind, Joey?
All right, guys. You guys have to scoot in a little bit more. Speak into your mics.
There we go.
And see what we can talk about. See what's been interesting. What's been going on. Famous B, man. How you been, man?
I've been all right, man. I've been doing pretty good, actually. Just doing what I do. Going out there and just making my name right here in the not only just the SoCal scene, but just branching out into the wrestling world as much as I can. I just got back from the Cauliflower Alley Club convention.
How was that?
It was pretty cool, man. It was pretty cool. I had a good time. It was my first year. I was really excited, but everything was good. I mean,
what was the best part of Cauliflower Alley?
The best part, okay, I'm going to tell you right now. Check it out. The best part of Cauliflower Alley Club, all right, when Honky Tonk Man got his award, they played the music, and Honky Tonk Man did it like he did it.
Singing his jam and stuff?
Singing his jam.
Did you wrestle that weekend?
I did wrestle that weekend. Actually, I was a part of the Vendetta Pro Show, which took place that Sunday, April the 17th. And I wrestled Mario. Oh, no problem. I'm getting Chaos back in the room. But yeah, I wrestled Mario Banks actually on that show.
Which one?
Mario Banks.
In Vegas?
In Vegas, yeah.
Mario Banks Vendetta out of Smiley School.
You know what? I got to say that's Smiley's top guy, right?
Yeah, I would say so too.
Oh, sorry, Mongo. I chopped Mongo's flip. Double dip. Yeah, I gotta say. Well, I had to bring the mic a little closer. I think it makes it a little bit easier for everybody.
Yep.
Let me go and give me my Michelob Ultra. 72 calories.
There we go.
On the Michelob Ultra. So, anyways, Smiley's number one guy, Mario Banks.
Right.
I mean, that's my opinion. Mongo?
No, I would say that's right.
B?
Yeah. I would definitely agree with that too. Me and Mario, we've crossed paths a few times actually. We had a couple of good matches in the past, and like I said, just recently at the Vendetta Pro Show, and we went out there and we tore it up. So I had a good time. And then the next day, I was actually on Future Stars of Wrestling. In which I was in a fatal four-way with Brandon Gatson, Funny Bone, and Chupacabra.
How did they treat you out there?
Oh, they treated us really well, man. I had a good time out there. All the boys was definitely welcoming, and
did anyone recognize the Santino Brothers?
Oh, absolutely. Me and Robbie, we had on the shirts, and everybody recognized the Santino logo and had good things to say about the school and yourself, and yeah, a lot of the guys told me to tell you guys.
What are some of your goals this year?
Some of my goals this year is definitely, since I've been on NWA Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, some of my goals this year is to be on more widely based television broadcasts. And that's one of the major things that I really want to hit home with this year. I made my debut on pay-per-view last year, actually in October for Viva La Lucha Rebellion.
Oh.
Me and Rico Dynamite, PWR, our debut. We went
Kevin Kleinrock. You're Kevin Kleinrock's boy, I gotta say, right? Mongo, what did you say? Kevin Kleinrock's boy.
Well, I mean, I just, thank God for the talents that he's given me. And
I guess he sees talent. Can I
well,
see that?
I'm Famous B. Of course there's talent. Everywhere I go, I tear it up. Everywhere I'm at, everybody's asking about Famous B.
So, what's been going... Wait. We're here sitting here with Mongo Mong. Mongo's the guy that... He's at the front page of the website. Everyone sees him every time they go to the website.
Yep.
But he likes to stay behind the scenes lately.
It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier running things from the back. You try to correct some of the mistakes and try to capitalize on some of the positive stuff. It's really hectic at Thentino Brothers. Not only do we teach professional wrestling, though, but we're a tight brotherhood. We try to teach them everything we kind of know as far as trying to market yourself and just everyday life in general. So it's pretty crazy.
B, I was just talking to you about today about your full schedule. that I you know that you kind of have coming up this next month in May, and you know it's it's really good that you know that you have so many bookings and they're a wide variety. It's not just here in Southern California. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the best thing. You know, especially you're coming off from Las Vegas, from Cauliflower Alley. You guys chose to stay out there a week longer to take that extra booking. You know, and that's what wrestling is. That sacrifice. Staying out, yeah, you know, that actually made me proud when you and Robbie were like, we're going to stay at the booking, you know. It made, to be honest, it made the week harder for me and Mongo over there at the Santino Brothers school. Because like Mongo's been saying, it's been hectic out there. And I was saying, like, you know, you haven't been at the school this much this past couple of weeks just because your schedule's been so, getting so busy. Famous B is in high demand. I mean, if you guys get a chance to check him out, I mean, Famous B, I wish I could take credit for training him. I wish Mongo could take credit for training him, but to really be honest, Famous B is pretty much a natural. I mean, pretty much we take time in teaching him the psychology of it, but, you know, everything that he does in the ring is pretty much natural, I would say. And you've come a long way, I think, since you started in 2008, so I think that's very good. You want to stay as busy as possible as you can. And what I was telling you earlier, persistent people get an opportunity. Right. You know, we were talking about you trying to get on a promotion, and really trying to get on it. And you said, you know, I sent an email, I made phone calls, I talked to them in person, and really got shut down. Right. And you know, really, the bottom line is, never take no for an answer. You know what I mean? I mean, Mongo, wouldn't you say?
No, I agree. Definitely. Never take no for an answer. And you ask them, like, okay, what do I have to do to get on the shows? Yes. You know, you just don't, you know, throw your hands up and just walk away.
Since you don't like what I'm bringing to the table, in your eyes, do you have any advice? They might say, shut up, kid. You figure it out yourself. You know, but then that's you going to the table. How can you change it up? How can you bring your presentation? How can you bring it differently the next time? Gotcha. You know, but also I'm a real big believer in persistent people get an opportunity. Keep knocking on that door. Never take no for an answer. I mean, if so many guys out there, so many world champions, if they took no for an answer, they wouldn't be world champions. So, really got to keep pushing forward. If I can give you any good advice at this moment in time, in 2011, I would say persistent people get an opportunity. Keep knocking on those doors.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and that's something that I definitely take to heart. That's definitely something that you have to do out here. You know, it's not easy. You know, getting on shows that you want to be.
I thought you were gonna say it's not easy being sleazy.
No, I wasn't gonna say that, but persistence definitely is the key.
I think so. I think so, man. What are you gonna wait for? You know, you've been doing this, man. We're going on 3 years now.
Yep, going on 3 years.
You know, so you know what's there to wait for? Go. You got to go and do and experience the wrestling world out there. You know.
Yeah, like you always said, let them tell you no, right?
Yes, let them tell you no. Just because you think you ain't ready. I mean, so many guys that people criticize on a week-by-week basis on so many websites so people make money is that they criticize this person. Oh, he sucked and he ain't ready and this, that, and the other. So if they were to stop and say, well, let me listen to these people and, hey, I ain't ready, right? Then they wouldn't be, you know, where they're at today. So you really got to keep pushing forward.
You got to keep hustling.
Yeah. You know,
keep grinding,
I guess
right?
you're doing what's good for business, right?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, you can't be lazy because, dude, the bookings aren't going to come to you. You got to go after the bookings. Right. You know, you got to position yourself. You got to market yourself. You got to get yourself out there.
Merchandise. You know, we were talking about getting T-shirts. You know, how to
Famous B sunglasses.
Yeah, that is a good one. Famous B sunglasses. That would be very good. So.
See?
There you go.
Keep going. I mean, I gotta let the dog back in, man.
Everybody wears shades, so you never know when you're rolling with B. You never know. You might see some Famous B sunglasses coming soon, T-shirts. You know, it's going down. You'll see it all out there.
Yeah, I would say Famous B's T-shirts are coming soon. I just don't know how soon, but I know they're coming. So you just gotta be patient.
Real soon.
You just gotta rock and roll.
So Mongo, we've been talking about the wrestling school. It's been busy as hell. We've been working with television shows. We just had former NXT International World Champion former TNA superstar, former WWE superstar, former Ring of Honor superstar, former Noah superstar, current Noah, who knows? New Japan Pro Wrestling. I mean, the guy's a world renowned. I guess when you talk a Class A athlete, this is the guy that you're talking about, huh?
Yeah, that's the guy that's always consistently training, always trying to stay in shape, because people think pro wrestling is a joke, but you need your cardio, man. We can't stress that enough at Santino Brothers. It's no fun if you can't breathe,
Yeah, you got to work on your heart and your lungs. And the Santino Brothers Dojo was lucky enough. We have the Ballard Brothers Kayfabe College every Wednesday night, 7 to 10 p.m. And the Ballard Brothers, they had the opportunity to bring in Low-Key, Senshi to TNA fans, and Caval to WWE fans. Am I right?
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, and he worked those guys out, dude. And that's he was a good guy, and he worked them out very good, and they got a good workout and they got a good experience out of him. Just for that day, Some people a couple days, but yeah, thanks to Van Asset and Kayfabe College, just working hard.
Yeah, and
for the business.
That's the dog barking in the background. Listening.
And Bruiser.
But yeah, really, we just signed. I think I did put a press release on the website, but we just signed Los Luchas.
Mm-hmm.
And they're exclusive every Tuesday night. They're exclusive every Tuesday night at the Santino Brothers Dojo, from 7 to 10 p.m.
And I think that's a huge addition to the roster of trainers in different schools that are merging with us, because they are, I think, by far one of the best lucha tag teams here, not only here in the region, but in the world. They're very good at what they do.
Yeah, they have a very good class on Tuesday nights. Lucha Libre. They're acrobatic. They're out there in the air, flying around. They'll definitely show you some knowledge in Lucha Libre.
Yeah, so you guys want to learn pro wrestling? Santino Brothers Dojo is the place to be. Tuesday nights you're with Los Luchas. Wednesday nights you can be with the Ballard Brothers. You guys know who the Ballard Brothers trained? I think he's still. I think he's still WWE World Champion. Is The Miz?
The Miz.
Is he still champion?
Yeah, he's still champion.
That's who the Ballard Brothers trained. Thursday night you get to train with us, the Santino Brothers Wrestling Academy. It's getting hot. It's getting hot at the dojo. I guess when we started, we really didn't expect this type of business model, but it seems to be working for us.
Well, I think you got to help the industry instead of hurt the industry, because when you're just towards yourself and you're not helping everyone else out, because we got to help the pro wrestling world, because MMA is pretty strong. So if we're hating against other companies or trying to hit against other people, we're not helping the company because we're holding them down. If we hold them down, we hold the business down. But if we can elevate everyone, the whole game gets better. That's why I think you kind of do need competition to enhance and improve everyone. Because if I'm always top dog, I'm not going to get better, because I'm not trying to evolve. But if Joey's over here, it's like, I want big screens. Now I'm thinking, man, I got to get big screens too, or even bigger, with like strobe lights. Now he's going to be like, well, I want bigger screens, strobe lights, and confetti. So you just got to really help out everyone, really, to help the scene.
That's really my belief. Like I've told you this before. Like, we're not going to have the WWE legacy to have our DVD and be WWE Hall of Famers or anything like that. And we're pro wrestlers, and we're guys that really have to. Like my old saying is I got more road behind me than in front of me. And someone said to me, well, if you got no more road in front of you, it's time for you to start building your own road. And that's why I see me and Mongo are. We're out there paving our own road, building Santino Brothers Wrestling Academy. No matter what I say, no matter what politics I do, no matter who I piss off or whatever, or who I kiss ass to, no one can stop for what we're doing, for what we're moving forward with the wrestling school. It's becoming a life of its own. Right. It's being recognized all over the wrestling industry, all over the wrestling world. It's really building the place to be. We have New Age Lucha Libre, traditional Lucha Libre. We have the Ballard Brothers American style training. We have the Santino Brothers hard style training. And I think since we did...
And we also have MMA there.
Oh, you can't miss that. Man, the dog is messing up the goddamn podcast, man. But yeah, just don't forget about the MMA. Mm-hmm. The MMA is just... incredible.
They're on the rise right now. They're on the rise. You know.
We were just looking at some kettlebell workouts earlier on the website, and that's a good workout. That's a very good workout. It tore me up the first time, but I think I'm starting to get used to it though.
Yeah, I would say that, that's the key. Like even like with the MMA, they're just trying to help.
Oh, I got rid of the dog, man.
We're just trying to help everyone out and everyone get better. That's that's the Santino Brothers fight team. Everyone's just just brings more exposure and everything. Just helps everything out all the way around.
Yeah, I mean, and it's an awesome concept of the fight team. I mean, it's a group of guys that who love MMA and they want to compete, and they found out that they really can't compete if they don't have someone representing them, if they don't have a team behind them or a school behind them, and that's where the Santino Brothers Wrestling Academy came in. And in a way adopted the fight team, but not only adopted, but they've taken on a life of their own and doing just doing a tremendous job. I mean, how many medals have they? Did you always say how many medals?
Yeah, they got 4.
Yeah, 4 medals. I mean, the fight team really just
wow. And it's tough because I implement it as in pro wrestling. If you don't really come from a pro wrestling school or backing, it's hard to get in your foot through the door. Because people are going to mess with you a lot of extra, more. You're not going to know like the proper etiquette and how to act, backstage. And if you come from a school, they kind of give you the hints and they show you the knowledge. They show you the way. So I would say like same thing, exactly. Right, boss man?
It's a little bit of our world mixed in with a little bit of their world.
It was like, you didn't really come from a school and you had to be self-taught through the business. And I can't imagine because, dude, it's pretty tough out there.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the special things about our wrestling academy. And I think what our roots are, and B can attest to this, is that our grappling, our submission grappling, our mix of MMA,
Absolutely. Shoot.
Yeah, the shoot wrestling. Like I've always told you, man, there's always going to be a guy, a veteran, or somebody who's there who doesn't like your face, doesn't like where you come from, doesn't like that you're a rookie, and thinks maybe you're going to take a spot, whatever the case is. But you know what he's going to do is he's going to test you.
Test you.
And what I've always taught all of our guys, and what Mongo's always taught all of our guys, is how to become submission wrestlers. How to do the rear naked chokes, the key locks, the front face locks, the things like that, and really what to expect and what not to expect, and how to get out of moves and how to counter and how to put in submissions from the guard, from the bottom, and whatnot. And a lot of guys are like, I don't want to go to wrestling school to do MMA. And really, the fact of the matter is,
you're a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
You should know every style of wrestling.
Every style.
MMA has wrestling in MMA. It's one style.
Yeah, and you are going to encounter that veteran one day who's 240 pounds, Jack 6'2", and he's going to test you, and and that's what we do. We lay a beating here at the Santino Brothers, but we don't lay anything that you're never gonna that you haven't felt before,
right. Or you're going to experience in the wrestling world.
Yeah. So when someone's testing you in that ring and someone's really trying to give it to you. And when you determine at that point, like, you know what, this guy's just taking too many liberties on me, and this enough is enough. It's time for me to defend myself, because at the end of the day, yeah, I might need to respect you, but at the end of the day, I'm a man and you're a man, and I got to stand up for myself as a man.
I'm not gonna let you punk me, basically.
It comes to a point where I'm respecting you, but now you crossed the line, and now I need to defend myself. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's what I teach you guys, how to experience those situations, and how to calm a situation down, and how to take yourself out of that equation, so that way there's no more damage put on you. And that's what we teach there at the Wrestling Academy, how to protect yourself. And in an instant, you may need to be that veteran that may need to whip somebody's ass. So that way they can go home, sit on their couch, and really think and have that look in their face like they just saw God, and really think, is this something that I want to do?
I like to call it asking your soul if you really want to do this.
Yeah.
You could ask God, and God might tell you, go out there, you could do anything. But if you ask your soul, it's like, man, you're asking yourself, do I have what it takes to be in the ring with the Class A wrestler?
Yeah, and that's why we never wanted any of our guys to have to sit at home and say, I don't want to do this because I just got my ass whooped by a Class A wrestler. Exactly. That's why we prepare you.
Exactly.
But on the same end, you may need to be that veteran. They may need to whoop some ass, right?
Right. Because some guys, think professional wrestling's
Fake.
fun. I would say fun, and it is fun.
Our
But there's
game.
a different or game.
Playing.
But dude, we're not playing. This is like our livelihood. This is how we feed our kids. This is how we live every day.
This is what we love. This is our passion. This is what we do.
And so they go in there just thinking, man, I'm going to play. But it's like, nah, man, I got to have the best possible match for them to bring back before I could have a job. If I'm having a bunch of shitty matches, they're going to can you.
Yeah.
So, you want to be in there with someone just as serious as you are. Because now you're going to have that chemistry. You're going to have that work ethic. And you guys are going to pull off a hell of a match. But if you just go in there playing, it's like, dude, I'm just going to whip your ass, dude. You shouldn't be in here with me. You should go play with your buddy.
Exactly. Go fantasy booking.
So that's what I would say. It's like, dude, you got to take it seriously. This is serious. You got to remember, you still have someone's life in your hand.
Yeah.
If you're not taking that serious, then you're probably just not a serious person.
That's why we focus on your heart and your lungs. Your cardio. You know? Because, at the end of the day, you do have someone's life in your hands. You know? And we can go and say, oh, it's fake, real, whatever the case is, but dropping someone on their head is 100% real.
Right.
You know? So, making, paralyzing somebody, that's not what we do in pro wrestling. You know? Wrestling is not about breaking bones.
It's not about breaking bones, but it does happen. But you could prevent it too sometimes. If you're strong enough, if you're working out, you're not the lazy guy that broke his leg because you couldn't hold the guy or whatever. You got to get everything strong in your body, not just your chest, but your arms, your back, your legs. Because dude, it's running, stopping, jumping, flipping, diving. You're doing everything.
And I think we had a great session today at training. We really went back to our roots and we really implemented the grappling. The submission grappling, and it really, I don't know, it invigorated me. I know it invigorated Robbie, and he got pumped up. And
I think you got to do it because you could really tell someone's fighting spirit just by the grappling.
Right. I think we've been missing that, a little bit, and I think we really need to bring that back a lot more, because that's really what Santino Brothers was built on. That's really our foundation.
Right.
So.
But yeah, that's how I would say. That's how I could tell if someone has a fighting spirit or not, if they're trying to fight back. And then it helps you later in the business because then you understand what to do if someone gets you in an armbar. You know how to react to it. You know how to protect yourself. If you ever get lost in a pro wrestling match, your grappling will help you out and get back on track.
Yeah, because you actually been in that situation before. So, that's some of the best advice. I guess on this podcast, some of the best advice that we can give is persistent people get an opportunity.
Right.
Right?
That's true.
And learn your submission wrestling to protect yourself, but also there may come a time where you need to be that veteran to whoop some ass.
Right, and a great workout.
Because you need to do what's good for the wrestling business. You need to have that guy sitting there on the foot of his bed with his hands over his head thinking, is this really what I want to do? Do I want to get my ass whooped again by Famous B because I couldn't bring it and he got mad. Yeah, he lit me up because I couldn't bring it. So, I think that's the best advice we can give at this podcast, right?
Well, yeah, I feel like lighting someone up right now.
I think that's it. So we got Jezebel. She cooked us fried chicken and ass kicking.
Right.
So I guess that's it. There you go. Fried chicken ass kicking. That's the name of the podcast. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and eat some fried chicken. You guys can go. Famous B, where can they find you? You got a Twitter, Facebook. What's going on?
Yeah, my Twitter is FamousB23. It's growing every day, so follow me. Check that out, Famous B23. Also, Facebook, Famous B Brian. So holler at me. We out.
Mongo, where can they find you?
You can find me at SantinoBros.com or MongoSantino.com. YouTube channel Mongo Santino, Twitter Mongo Santino. You can find me anywhere, baby. Google me.
Oh, Google me. I'll make it easy on you guys. Just go to the SantinoBrothers.com website. Go to contact us. That email goes directly to me, Joey Kaos. And follow the Wrestling School on Twitter. Twitter.com/Wrestling School. Makes it easy, right?
Yeah.
I think that was a cool name. We should probably got more when we picked it out. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast. See you next time.